The following is presented by the Joint Council on Economic Education and the Canadian Foundation for Economic Education.
We got you.
Mitch, what are you doing here?
Basket weaving. This is my cousin Sarah Wilson. This is Dennis. I drive Dennis to school a lot. What are you doing here?
Oh, good question. I'm working part-time in the concession so I can buy my car.
Well, I hope you're better at making burgers than you are at most things.
So do I. How long does it take to get the hang of these?
Want some pointers, Dennis?
You mind?
No, he doesn't.
Hey, Sarah, come on, let's go. It's 11:30.
Can't you stay for a little longer, please?
I'd like to, Dennis, but I have to get an early start in the morning. It's a long drive home.
Why did you live so far away? I'll probably never see you again.
You can always come visit me, Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis, why don't you go sit in that car you keep yakking about?
You'll probably have forgotten me by the time I get that.
Not if you remind me.
Well, how am I going to do that?
I'm sure you'll think of something.
Yeah, sure.
I'll remember you. Bye.
Figaro, Figaro, Figaro.
Master Dennis.
Figaro, 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 Figaro.
No, not now, Dennis. I want to hear this.
12 to 6 vote. In another story from City Hall, the property tax that has just been approved means we'll all have more money to spend since we won't have to pay as much property tax. But we'll also have to get used to cutbacks in public goods and services unless ways can be found to provide the same services with less tax money. We'll find out in the coming months how much services will have to be cut, or if other ways can be found to provide the same services. This is Cheryl Nichols from
Well, anybody care to explain that to me?
It's been decided to cut the amount of money the government collects from us to pay for public services. Means more money for us to spend by ourselves.
How much more?
For me, about $300 this year.
Enough for a ski trip.
Or his car insurance. You are still planning to buy a car, aren't you, son?
Of course. And when I do, I want to go visit Sarah. She may be 1,000,000 miles away, but I can feel her in my heart.
Who's Sarah?
I think you'd better have a talk with him.
Oh, Dennis. There you are, your first paycheck. All right. Spend it well. It's going in the bank. Hi.
Got dual everything.
Move over.
Mr. Dennis Jones from Miss Sarah.
Dad.
Oh, hi. Got another check. Okay, great. Thank you.
There you go, Dennis.
Thanks for the Shirley, but I wouldn't have forgotten.
Dennis, I have some bad news for you. Parks and Recreation has cut our operating budget 12%. To make it up, I'm going to have to start charging admission and lower operating expenses. I'm going to have to cut back on staff. I'm sorry, but this is your 2 weeks' notice.
You're letting me go? Why?
Because of the tax cut back in September. The city has less money coming in now, so they've got less to give out.
Why cut back on the rink? Or why not the roads or the police department?
Oh, be realistic, Dennis. Those are essential services people don't usually pay for individually. A skating rink isn't quite so essential, so they cut here first. People who want to keep skating are going to pay an admission fee.
If they can afford it. I was counting on this job.
Well, don't take it so hard. You won't have to work weekends anymore. You'll be able to go out on Saturday night.
Yeah, but what am I going to go out in? And how am I going to go visit Sarah?
Goods. There are two kinds, public and private. Public goods include police, highways, and courts. Private goods include records, cars, and fast food. The difference? How we pay. Taxes pay for public goods. For private goods, we pay direct. Some goods can go either way, public or private, like roller rinks. With taxes up, we should get more public goods. Lower taxes provide fewer public goods, but leave us with more pocket money to spend on private goods.
Any luck?
No, you have to have a car.
Cheer up, Dennis. You'll find a job.
I'm not going to look anymore. I'll never make enough money to get that car. That tax cut has ruined me.
Dennis, they had to cut back.
That's easy for you to say. Tax cut didn't hurt you.
Oh, yeah? We're supposed to get new hockey uniforms this year, but they cut back on the school athletic budget. Now we got to pay for them ourselves. Floor up, please.
Okay, well, how you do that?
All kinds of ways. Cake sales, car washes, even a dance.
What a hassle. I mean, they cut back on the property tax. Why not just increase some other tax?
Oh, come on, man. You won't even have to pay more for gas for your car. If you ever get a car, that is.
I'll get a car.
Well, if you don't, come on. Why don't you go to the dance?
No way. I told Sarah I was driving down this weekend.
And how are you going to get there, on your bicycle?
Your mother and I have been planning this trip since last September, Dennis. Why doesn't Mitch drive you out to see her?
He's going to a dance. I don't want him along anyway. Oh, I wish I never heard of this tax cut.
That tax cut has been great for my business, Dennis. With the cutbacks in public garbage service, a lot of businesses are hiring private companies like mine to fill the gap. The garbage business is really picking up.
Dad, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dennis. You know, I could use a driver for this truck while I'm away. You know anyone who might be interested?
Mom, where's my purse?
It's on the table where you left it. Well, Sarah, I want to meet this boy. That is, if he ever gets here.
You'll get here, Mom, and you'll like him. He's very responsible. Oh, no.
Is that Dennis?
Yes, but he can't stay to chat. I'll get my coat.
Hello. You must be Dennis Jones?
And you must be Sarah's older sister.
No, I'm her mother. Would you like to come in? You've had a long drive. You must be tired.
No, he's not. Are you, Dennis? We better go. Bye, Mom.
It's Sarah, home by midnight.
Helen, who was that in the driveway?
Oh, Dennis Jones, Sarah's friend. He thought I was her older sister.
Did he drive all the way here in that trashy thing?
What trashy thing, dear?
It's brand new. It's your father's garbage truck.
Well, it's the best solution I could find to the problem of how to get out here. I mean, I analyzed my alternatives and evaluated them. Well, the first was not to come at all. And the second was to get Mitch to drive. Well, and the third was...
I know.
So I said to myself, Self, which alternative should I choose? And Self said, the garbage truck's your only way out, Denny.
Did Self also tell you that Sarah's parents don't appreciate their only daughter being picked up in a garbage truck by a boy they've never met?
Well, don't blame me. Blame the...
Don't say it. I know.
The content for Give and Take was developed with funds from a consortium of 45 state and provincial education agencies. Other funds were provided by these corporations and foundations. Additional support was provided by the Office of Consumers Education, U.S. Department of Education. This program was produced by Bradshaw McLeod and Associates Limited for the Alberta Communications Corporation Educational Services, under the supervision of AIT, the Agency for Instructional Television.